I was already mid-demo in my kitchen when overnight a pipe burst and the whole thing flooded. So what was already a half-gutted mess became a full gut. New plumbing, new cabinets, butcher-block countertops, and a new sink. And while I had everything torn apart, I decided that nothing going back in was going to be mediocre, including the water. This video is sponsored by MIZUDO. When I decided to rebuild this kitchen from scratch, a built-in water filtration system was top of my list. So I'm installing their smart Wi-Fi reverse osmosis filter to make that happen. And I'll walk you through the full process from flood to finished to show you how this came together. So one morning, I came downstairs to standing water, which, if you don't know, is not good unless you're at a pool. I hear a weird gurgling sound like a pipe is burping. I know, so specific. I come into the kitchen. That is all come up the sink. This entire floor is soaking wet. Water everywhere. There's a ton of water going down into there, so the wall is soaking wet. So I guess we're just gonna rip apart the whole sink today. Message receive, universe, it's time to finish the kitchen. Luckily, I'd already started demoing the kitchen and I was working with this makeshift laundry sink just to get me through the renovation. So what happened was the city, while repaving my road for the second time in 1 year, somehow broke my sewage pipe. And that caused all the plumbing in the whole house to back up and blow up into the kitchen. So this was not a normal leak like a pipe burst and clean water is everywhere. This is literally like sewage backup everywhere. It was disgusting. So I was definitely crying while I was cleaning up the water because it was gross, but I quickly decided that this was going to be the best thing that could happen to me. It's a new day and we're better. Almost. So I have everything cleared out, demoed the sink, and I cleaned everything with bleach because who knows what was in that water. It grosses me out so much to even think about. But the next step is that I'm going to get the sink cabinet, the base cabinet, move it over here and do some measuring so I can figure out how to put these pipes in. This is obviously a wackadoodle old house, so I feel like I'm gonna have to cut the whole back out of the cabinet so it can slide in. So let's do some measuring and hopefully it goes smoothly. I had been really stalling out on this kitchen, being super indecisive, didn't know what I wanted, and there's nothing like a flood to force you to finishing things. So it was time to get cabinets and a real sink for the first time in like a year. So I demoed that gross sink and I started with an even blanker slate. And once I was staring at a completely empty kitchen, I started making decisions. I locked in the layout, the cabinets, the countertops, and I also decided that anything going back in this space was gonna be an upgrade, including what's coming out of the tap, because if I'm starting from scratch, I'm going to rebuild it better. Before anything could come back in, the plumbing had to be completely redone, not only to fix whatever was happening with my drain, but also because this is a 200-year-old house and the plumbing sometimes is questionable. So I pretty much DIY everything, but there's a few things that I don't want to touch, which is serious electrical work and plumbing. So I brought in a plumber to rough everything in, and I actually cut some holes in the floor for him because the crawl space under this house is crazy, like scary crazy. So I thought if we drilled holes in the subfloor, this way he could work from the top and not have to go down there because he might never come back. So we swapped out the old pipes for PEX and we moved the plumbing. It was coming up out of the floor. We moved it into the back wall. So that's how newer plumbing works. Like the water lines usually come out of the back and then you just have the drain pipe going down the floor. Doing this means less holes in the bottom of the cabinet and everything just looks a little more polished and organized inside. I mean, this is the least glamorous part of this whole project, but it's the foundation that makes everything work. So I was really excited to have this done. Cleaned up plumbing behind the walls means that everything I'm putting in now has a solid foundation. I went with RTA cabinets so I could completely customize this space. RTA means ready to assemble. So they come in a box, you can put them together. Different cabinets get put together different ways. My very favorite one are the click lock ones, which are nuts. We'll get to that later in another video because I have so much to say about that. But anyway, watching a completely empty kitchen turn into something with structure is honestly the best feeling, especially after living in this space through months of demo and a complete construction zone. Having a cabinet in was like, it was so exciting. This was one of the moments where it really started to look like a kitchen. And now it's time to make everything work. So the tap water in this 180-year-old house with ancient pipes is pretty scary. Who knows what's going on down there? And city water isn't really great as it is. So I knew I wanted something that was built in that's gonna give me fresh, clean drinking water because that should be bare minimum. One of my dream upgrades for my kitchen is a built-in filtration system. So I could ditch all the bulky countertop water filters because not only do they take up space on the countertop, you also filter the water and then let it sit in this thing that you then have to clean. And if you know me, I would rather build something completely new than clean anything in my life. Like, this is how much counter space I was giving up. So after some research, I decided that an under sink reverse osmosis system is kind of the sweet spot. You get clean water coming right out of a tap without having to commit to a whole home system. I found this MIZUDO Smart Tankless reverse osmosis filter. And honestly, I was a little worried about the installation because adding a water filter to brand new plumbing that is finally working felt like a lot of room to potentially mess something up. But it's surprisingly compact and designed for a 30-minute DIY setup, which made me feel a lot better about tackling it myself. And the fact that it's tankless means there's no bulky tank taking up all the cabinet space I just fought so hard for. It just tucks onto the side of the cabinet and leaves the rest wide open so I can actually store things. When I say that this unit fit exactly perfectly in my cabinet, there was just enough space for it to plug in, slide in, and the cabinet door to close. Like, just enough space. So it was absolutely perfect. And then the whole side of the cabinet is still usable. This is the intentional under sink space I was going for. It's clean, it's organized, and it actually works. What I didn't expect from a water filter is hot water. But this device has 6 different temperature settings, can pull filtered water at 195 degrees straight from the tap, which is the perfect temperature for a pour over or some tea. I wasn't really planning to eliminate an entire appliance, but my electric tea kettle is going in the donation box. The other thing that I love is the app also monitors your TDS levels and your filter in real time so you always know what's coming out of the tap, which is a huge upgrade from 180-year-old mystery pipes. This is where we landed. And this is just one chunk of the kitchen, but we now have new cabinets, countertops, a sink, and filtered water straight from the tap. I'm tackling this kitchen in stages, partly because I can't make up my mind about what I want, and partly because it's way more approachable to do it that way from a budget perspective. And honestly, that's what sometimes makes a renovation doable for most people, is that you don't actually have to do it all at once. Finishing touches like painting these countertops to look like marble with some epoxy, that's all next. But after coming downstairs to standing water in a half-gutted kitchen, getting to this point feels pretty good. And if you've been thinking about upgrading your kitchen water situation, I'll link the MIZUDO filter down below. Under sink, tankless, installs in about 30 minutes, and apparently it can replace your electric kettle too. And if you want to follow along with the full kitchen renovation, I'm documenting the whole thing one project at a time. No massive budget, just figuring it out as I go. Come back for the next one.
Now I found the flow. I'ma need you to keep